In lesson 4.1, you will be graphing linear non-proportional relationship using slope and y-intercept. And in this one, there's no table now. They give you a graph with a line and you will have to find the slope and the y-intercept, meaning that you will have to figure out the equation. And with that being said, remember our slope m is the unit rate, which is the rate of change. And remember our formula m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, to figure out what those numbers are going to be, you're going to have to find 2 points. And those 2 points are going to be either group 1, starting from the left to the right, looking at your graph. This will be one of my point, and I'll find the easiest point. I am actually going to find this. I'm going to use this point instead. That'll be group 1. Then we have group 2, and I'm going to find the easiest point on this line, and I'm just going to say, hey, I want to use whole numbers, so those are easiest. I'm going to find that point. And group 2 points are reading the x value first. It will be 3, and the y value is 0. And I forgot about my group 1 point. That will be my x value first, which is -3. And then I went up to 4. So now I know for sure this is x1, y1, and this will be x2, y2, because this is group 2 and that's group 1. Now I'm just going to use this formula right here and plug these numbers into that formula. So first is my y2, and this is y2 here, and this is y1 here. So I'm going to take 0. So I'm going to say m is equal to 0 minus 4, and I'm done with those two. Then I'm going to go x2, which is 3 minus -3. So I'm going to do a parenthesis because it's a minus -3. Now all I'm going to do is solve. And to solve this, I have 0 minus 4 will be -4. And remember, on the bottom, I have double negatives, so that turns into positive. Remember, double negative meaning a negative times a negative equals a positive, and 3 plus 3 is 6. Now all I'm going to do is simplify. There's a number that goes into both of them evenly, and that will be 2. So I'm going to divide it by 2. And my new answer is going to be 2, 3. And since we have an odd amount of negative, meaning that there's only one negative there, it's going to be a -2/3. So my slope is -2/3. Now, what is my y-intercept? And remember, y equals mx plus b, where this is my slope, and this is what cross the y-axis. And if you look at this, going on this line right here, meaning the y-axis, looking at the y-axis, where does that line cross at what point? And if you look at it, it crosses here. That would be a +2. So my y-intercept. So now my equation is going to be y equal my slope, -2/3. And I know it has an x plus +2. And so in relationship, if you look at this equation for the graph, it should be in the form of this equation here. And if you look at it, it should match.